Karl is in prison?
But don't worry. I won't let Natalia end up with your husband.
What happens if what Giorgio's planning goes terribly wrong?
Please withdraw the charges you filed against Karl.
Am I really that worthless to you?
All that matters to me is to finally get rid of Natalia so that I can keep Karl to myself.
Do you really want me to let go of the man who almost killed me?
You know what? I think you should come up with your own plan too.
It's time for you to leave. It doesn't matter how much begging you do, you're not going to get what you want!
But the only reason I'm doing all of this is for Adriana.
It would be better to just let Calvin cool off for a little while.
Have you gotten in touch with Andres Juliano? He's the one who can prove that it's Giorgio Lustico who's behind all of this.
One of our donors was arrested. Melchor confessed to the police.
He's lying, officer. I have nothing to do with it.
You're a liar! You were the one who told me! You were even trying to sell me your own kidneys at the hospital, right?
Just make sure he won't turn on us, Hernandez. Because if he does, I'll make sure that you will suffer the consequences.
I ran into Danica earlier. How are things between you?
Things are just fine. What good is such a beautiful face if you hardly ever smile now?
I appreciate how you feel about me. It's just that I'm in love with someone else.
You know what, to be honest with you, I don't understand what you and Danica see in that boy.
Meet Stefano, a friend of mine. Calvin's brother?
Stepbrother.
What are you doing here?
Isn't it obvious? I'm here with Giselle.
Calvin, if you really do love Giselle, you should fight for her.
It's a good thing that you've come to your senses.
I'm going to go through with this, but it won't be for you.
And now this is your chance. You can face your family again when you are finally ready. Father is alive.
Wow. I must admit, Giselle is sexy.
You think so? Is Giselle your friend now?
Sorry, I was just surprised.
You know, Kay, I bet her face isn't the only thing she had done.
Adriana, it's your turn, come on.
What are your intentions? If you're going to hurt her, you better stop.
I have no plans of hurting her. If there's one thing that I'm sure of, it's that I'm serious about her.
Calvin, if you really do love Giselle, you should fight for her.
Which?
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Ow! Are you hurt?
Stand up.
Okay, boys, help her up.
Yeah.
How do you think I am, Kay?
Some ice.
Ouch! Ow! Take 5.
Okay, go ahead.
June, please bring the car around front. We'll be down in a minute. Well, at last, we're going home. Calvin, I want to thank you again for taking care of me. I really owe you so much.
You're welcome, Dad. It's not like I'm keeping track or expecting you to repay me. So, what do you plan to do now?
Well, right now, the only thing I intend to do is to get some rest. I need to recharge before I face everything I have to sort out. Our family's at the top of the list. I'll do whatever it takes so I can patch things up with Aunt Natalia. And so for now, I'm leaving you in charge of all of our businesses.
You don't have to worry, Dad. I'll take care of it. You just make sure you get better and get all your strength back.
So, let's go then. I want to get home.
All right, Dad.
Christy, Mother's already signed these.
Okay.
Hi, Mom.
Adriana. What happened there?
It's nothing, Mom. I just had a little accident.
Well, why didn't you get in touch with me right away?
Do I really have to tell you about every single thing that I do? I wasn't even hurt, okay? And I don't want to talk about that TV appearance anymore.
I'll leave the child in your care.
But what am I supposed to do with it?
Take it to the hospital Giorgio's family owns. I don't want to know any more information about that child.
Where's my baby?
Natalia?
No.
It's okay. Please, calm down.
No,
Natalia.
it's not true. Even in some small degree, I matter, Mother. After all, I am your daughter. I'm doing everything that I can just so I can measure up to you, so I can make you proud. Is that so hard?
It's hard, because no matter what you do, you'll never measure up to me. Please forgive me, my child. I have wronged you in far too many ways. I just wanted you to be tough like me.
Why are you so angry? You don't have to raise your voice at me. What's going on with you?
I'm angry because that Giselle is such a pest. I'm angry because my father is in prison. I'm angry because you don't even seem to care about what's going on. And you don't seem to be doing anything to help Dad get out.
I did what I could. I talked to Giorgio and tried my best to convince him to drop
Uncle Giorgio again? Make up your mind, Mother. Who is it that you really love between them? Is it Uncle Giorgio or is it Dad? You know what? Sometimes your daughter goes way too far. She has no right to treat you that way.
Hernandez, what's the latest?
Boss, Karl's in a private cell, and he's getting special treatment from the police. According to the Major, the men have been paid off by a woman.
A woman? Find out who she is then. Contact me once you know. Natalia, don't do this to me. Don't make me hurt you again.
Why do you keep letting your daughter talk back to you the way she does? I know you want to be a good mother, but you don't want to have a bad daughter.
Hey, you were really good earlier.
Thank you.
I'm sure that your parents would be very proud of you if they could see you like that. And you got really great stage presence. You owned that
I was really
catwalk.
nervous.
Huh?
It was my first time doing that.
Seriously? It didn't seem like it. You were so professional up there.
Oh, would you stop that? You're just pulling my leg. By the way, thanks for bringing me home.
You're welcome. Anything for you. Good night. Let me walk you up. Straight to bed, okay? You need your rest.
You do the same. Thank you. All right. Good night.
Bye.
I so hate this place.
Hey, I think that you should apologize to your mother. It seems like you really hurt her feelings.
You know what? I really couldn't care less if I hurt her feelings or not. She's not my real mother anyway.
I was right all along. I knew that we had welcomed the lying snake into this home of ours.
What are you doing here? Are you spying on me?
I only came to make sure that Giselle would get home safe and sound tonight. I have loved her for so long. It makes me happy when I see her smile. It always hurts me whenever I see her in tears. Over the past few months, she's the one thing that made me feel whole.
When I got too busy in med school, I was...
Oh, I didn't know you were here.
Oh, Madame Paulina, you're so beautiful.
Thank you. I have a very important appointment tonight. Oh, so how did your TV appearance go?
Oh, it was all right, Madame. I was a little nervous at first, but I did enjoy myself eventually.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. And by the way, I have some rather important news for you.
Yes?
You'll be the first to know that I will make you the national image model of my beauty clinic. So you're going to have to prepare yourself, okay?
What am I going to have to do?
I swore to myself that I would fight for the way I feel about her. But then, if she's much happier with you, I won't stand in your way. I just want you to promise me that you'll never do anything to hurt her.
Deal.
Giselle, don't worry about it. Don't be nervous. I am going to take care of you, okay?
Doctor?
Huh?
I'm just wondering, how's Sir Karl?
He hasn't been released, but he's doing fine.
I'm really happy to hear that. I can't help but worry about him sometimes.
All right. Thank you, Giselle.
Thank you too, Doctor. You take care now.
Marciano, you have a visitor.
Who is it?
She's right here. Come in, madam.
What are you doing? Paulina, that's enough. What are you doing?
Natalia, please, just give it up already. It infuriates me every single time I see you bending over backwards just to please that liar. For that no-good phony. Don't let that child fool you.
Mother, what are you talking about? I thought we were through discussing this.
You know what, Natalia? All this time, you've been caring for and loving a pretend daughter.
Karl, you're still my husband.
Paulina, just stop it, okay? You may be my wife on paper, but it ends there. Stop it!
Karl, I still love you.
Paulina, that's enough. You listen to me. I don't love you anymore. Don't you understand that?
Karl, please. Please, I still love you. Karl.
Leave me alone. Guard! Guard!
Please, Karl. I'm begging you.
Get her out of here. I want her out of here now!
Madam, get a hold of yourself.
Mother, Didn't you run that DNA test yourself before? And you saw the results, didn't you? Adriana is my daughter.
I know, but I heard it come from that girl's very own lips. That it isn't you who's her real mother. I know what I heard. She's a liar. That girl's manipulating you. She's an imposter.
Madam!
Madam, please stop that!
That's enough!
Stop that, madam!
Madam, come on! It's time to
Come
go!
on,
Madam.
it's time to go!
Just calm down. All right, madam. Enough!
Calm down.
Adriana, is what your grandmother heard true? Did you say that you're not my daughter? Adriana, just answer me. Is it true or not?
Mom, that isn't true.
Are you calling me a liar?
No, Grandma. Maybe you just didn't hear me right or something.
Adriana, I may be old, but that doesn't make me deaf. I heard it all. I heard all that she said with my own 2 ears. And she told her friend that you are not the one who's her real mother. That girl's a liar. Don't trust a word she says. I know. I knew it from the very beginning. I was always in doubt that she really was your daughter. Unfortunately, the DNA test matched. I have no idea how that happened. But still, even up to this moment, I do not believe that she's really your child. She is a liar.
Seriously? Karl turned you down even in that sexy outfit of yours? Unbelievable. You know what? That can only mean one thing. You're probably losing your touch. Maybe you should get some work done. Maybe I'll feel better if I bash your face in, huh? You don't have to get so upset. It was only a suggestion, okay? Well, go on. What's the latest on the billboard? Giselle is done with her photo shoot. And then we have a meeting tomorrow with the PR team to discuss the final approval of the billboard. It's there. Yes, That's I can see it's the layout.
Oh,
I know you can. And right here, for the contract, I just need your signature. And then the other requirements for the unveiling of the billboard are still being taken care of. Just give me 3 days to sort it all out. Why do you need 3 more days?
Mom, please. Please say that you believe what I'm telling you. I promise that I'm telling you the truth. I am.
Don't cry anymore. That's enough. I believe in you, dear. I know you're not lying.
Thanks a lot, Mom.
You don't seem too happy. There's only one possible reason for that. It's Calvin, isn't it?
You have every right to find true happiness. But Danica, just listen to your heart, Giselle.
Giselle, don't cry. I'm with you now. I'll never leave you.
Calvin?
Thank you so much.
Giselle?
Stefano?
Well, that's the timetable marketing gave us, since you said you wanted it to be grand when we unveiled the billboard. If you ask me, 3 days is barely enough as it is. All right, fine then. But make sure all the press, and I do mean all of them, will get invitations. We need to come up with a gimmick, so that we can win over all of the clients of Natalia. I want all of them to switch to us. Do you understand? If it hadn't been for that meddlesome witch Naomi, we wouldn't have any of these problems we do now.
What are you doing here?
I just couldn't sleep. I needed to see you.
Stefano, I don't think I can.
It's okay, Giselle. I understand you perfectly. You still haven't gotten over Calvin. But don't worry. I'm willing to prove myself and show just how much you really mean to me. All I ask, Giselle, is that you give me a chance to do that somehow.
Stefano, I apologize. But I have to get some rest now.
Don't stress yourself out. I'll take care of everything. The invitations have already been sent out, and even the bribes that we give to all of the VIPs who will be attending. Especially all of the important people who haven't always liked doing business with you. If I'm not satisfied with the way this goes, you can take my word for it, Brittany, that I will make your face even more revolting.
What? So you mean you are really not Adriana's mother?
That's what my mother claims that she overheard Adriana say. But then, Adriana denies the whole thing.
But why would Adriana even say such a thing? And I mean, come on. I thought we put this whole issue to rest. We all saw the DNA results from before. So, I don't understand why we're bringing this up again.
No, this one. I like this one. I just think it needs a glossier print, and that will make it look much classier. Oh, Paulina, I have a suggestion. You know what I think? It will be even more eye-catching. It will really stand out if we go for a much sexier look. Show a little more skin. It's alluring, enticing. Brittany, I know what I want. Please. Okay.
Well, maybe Adriana is right after all, and Mother just misheard what she said.
Well, that is highly possible. Your mother hasn't been well.
I just don't know. Because I don't think that my mother would bring this all up again if she wasn't so sure about it.
So you mean that you believe what she's saying?
Ladies, this is the one I want. Tomorrow, before you have it printed, I'll double-check the layout. Okay?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, Doctor.
Okay, thank you.
Bye, Doctor.
Bye. So get that done, okay? Get moving, so we can finish it quickly. ASAP.
Doctor, are you feeling all right? You seem really exhausted already.
I'm okay. It's just that I know how important this billboard launch of yours is. It's all for the good of your career.
I don't know. I just don't understand. Because for the past few days now, I have been noticing that something's different with Adriana. I've been trying hard to convince myself that maybe it's because we're only really getting to know each other now. Or maybe it's just because we've never spent this much time together. But that's not it. In my heart, I know that I still have all these doubts if she's really my daughter.
Doctor, I want to thank you for all the things you're doing for me.
You know you don't owe me any thanks, Giselle. I wouldn't want us to put in all this effort and have nothing good come out of it in the end. And I know, I'm positive, we will make Natalia's team green with envy when we finally reveal this billboard of yours. And this is for your future. So I want to make sure that everything's absolutely perfect. So you don't have to worry. Everything's going to work out fine.
That's really tough, Natalia. With everything that you have going on, I don't think that it will help you at all if you trouble yourself with that too. But wait a minute. Why don't you go and talk to Miranda again? Just so you can be sure.
It's Giorgio.
Oh, goodness. I'm sure he'll bring you nothing but more problems. He may be keeping his distance, but hello? What's the point if he keeps bugging you over the phone?
Hello, Giorgio?
Hello, Natalia. Were you the one who made a deal with the police so that they would give special treatment to Karl while he's in prison?
What?
I just remembered. I have to go and visit Karl.
You mean you've been visiting Sir Karl? How has he been doing lately?
He's okay. I've been working on bailing him out.
Well, I'm happy to hear about that. Doctor, could you please give my regards to Sir Karl? And please let him know that I'm really hoping that he overcomes all the problems he's facing right now.
It's a good thing that you were thinking on your feet last night, because if not, you'd probably be homeless right now.
Don't I know it? Grandma Claudia really hates me. I wish that dinosaur would just die already.
So, until now, they don't know whether or not your father will be released from prison?
Looks like it. We don't know anything for sure. And it seems he's in more trouble with Uncle Giorgio.
Would you drop the act? I know you too well. You've never stopped loving Karl, and you just can't bear the thought of him suffering in prison.
Giorgio, I've got my hands full already. I don't have time for your baseless accusations.
You listen to me, Natalia. You are going to have even more to deal with if I ever find out that you're lying to me. Remember, he's a criminal. He tried to kill me, and I will make him pay.
It's really stressing me out. There's so much I have to deal with. And that Giselle just made things worse. I can't believe she stole Stefano. But, you know, she would really be a fool if she expects me to just give him up like that without a fight. She's still just a social climbing wannabe.
Brittany? Yes, Doctor? Please take charge while I'm gone. As always, when the boss is away, I will be the boss. All right. Take care.
Take care, Doctor.
Dr. Paulina's really something else. You think she'd learn by now. She's always met with rejection, but she keeps on going back to him. You know what? I can't take much more of this.
Madam Brittany, what did you say?
Nothing. You know what? You'd be much more attractive
if your hearing was much sharper. Try working on that. You'll see what I mean. I assure you, with that face and perfect hearing, woohoo!
And now let's talk about this Giselle project campaign, okay? Do you have all the notes with you?
Did you hear what those people are meeting about over there? They work for the PR company of Paulina. Go over there and make sure that they won't be able to notice you.
You and I both know, Giorgio, that Karl was only defending me. Don't play the victim, Giorgio.
Natalia! You're really trying my patience, aren't you?
What did he say?
Giorgio was accusing me. He said I made a deal with the police so that they would give Karl special treatment while he's in prison.
I'm positive that in her desperation, Paulina used her connections to pull some strings for Karl.
We executed the general concept for Dr. Paulina. Before and after, we are going to sell Giselle as a princess.
Oh, I like that idea.
Someone who started as a simple girl and then transformed.
Oh.
So here's what we came up with. She'll be here in the infinity pool, and her reflection in the water will show what she used to look like before. And through the billboard, we'll showcase her transformation. From being ugly into a beautiful princess. Don't you think it's great?
Hello, Hernandez. Do what has to be done. I want you to get rid of Karl. I cannot tolerate his existence anymore.
Cut him up!
Guard! Guard!
Who ordered you to attack me, huh? Who ordered you?
Hold it right there!
That's enough!
Hey,
Don't come near me or else I'll kill him!
Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Stay down! Stay down! Drop it! Hands up! Now!
Miranda's already confirmed that Adriana is your daughter. So I really do hope that puts all your doubts to rest.
Of course it does. It's a great comfort. But you know what? Miranda is right. I'm very lucky to have found my daughter. But still, I'm just so exhausted, Christy. There's too much to deal with. There's Giorgio, our lawsuit with Naomi, and my mother's health as well.
That's precisely why you shouldn't trouble yourself anymore with things that aren't really worth stressing over. Besides, good things are still happening. Take a look at this.
You messed it up again. It wasn't difficult. Your men are just incompetent. Hernandez, get this done. And you better not leave any evidence. And while you're at it, get rid of those worthless men of yours.
I'm sure that your mother will be very pleased as soon as she sees these reports.
I have no doubt. There's no denying the impact of the controversy Naomi started. It's a good thing that we managed to recover somehow, because she withdrew the suit she filed against us. But we still have a long road ahead of us, Christy.
That's why, according to the marketing department, they're working on a new plan, and they're going to present it to you within the week. Okay?
Okay.
Dad? Dad, you look really distressed. That's not good for you.
It's nothing, son. There are just a few problems over at the hospital. There was a delay in the shipment of some equipment. Anyway, you're all dressed up. Where are you off to?
I was planning on visiting the home. But if you need me, Dad, I'll just accompany you instead.
No, it's fine. I'll be okay.
All right, then. Well, I guess I'll be going now.
All right. You take care, son.
You too. See you, Dad.
Bye.
Hey, sexy! Why don't you join us in here? Come on!
Hey, shut your mouth.
Come here.
Sorry, sir. Just a little harmless fun.
You shouldn't have come here, Paulina.
Just because you told me not to love you doesn't mean I'll just stop worrying about you. You can't control these things.
Mom? How come you still seem sad? Are you still thinking about last night?
No, Adriana. I'm just tired. Your Aunt Christy and I were in the middle of discussing all that's happened because of that incident with Naomi. And how right now, slowly but surely, we're regaining the trust of all our clients.
It's not like I enjoy treating you that way.
I know how much I can take, Karl. Just because I'm not treated the way I would like doesn't mean I'm going to give up.
I see. But I overheard Aunt Christy, and she said that marketing has a plan, and within the week, it's going to be released? Mom, don't you think that it's a little too late?
What are you trying to say?
Well, I was just thinking about what you could do, Mom. Why don't we come out with a billboard? Right? It could work with the plan that marketing comes up with.
Did you get in a fight?
Paulina, I have a strong hunch that Giorgio's behind this. He gave Melchor the order to finish me off.
Giorgio's an animal. Don't worry, Karl. I'll find a way to get you out of here as soon as possible. You weren't supposed to be kept here this long.
What did you have in mind?
Nothing really specific, but when I was on the way over here, I noticed that our billboards on the highway are totally last season. I imagine you won't be too set back by the cost of new billboards.
What are you doing here? Are you trying to find Giselle? She's over there. She's with your overbearing stepbrother. You really do love Giselle, don't you?
Karl, I love you so much. Even if you keep pushing me away. I know that I've done you wrong countless times before. But everything I did was because I loved you. I hope you understand me somehow. I don't want to end up losing you.
Come to think of it, Adriana has a point. Putting up new billboards will be a lot cheaper compared to producing new TV commercials. And they're more effective. We just have to make sure we get a good spot. You see, Mom? Aunt Christy is right. And besides, you won't have to spend for the endorser's fee. Because I'll appear in the billboard for free. And you won't have to spend for the cost of rental for the spot because it's still under contract with the Herrera Beauty Clinic, right?
It's all your fault. Just when you chose to give up Danica to go after Giselle, your brother already made his move. You took too long. You've got no one to blame but yourself. You'll be filled with nothing but regret for your past if you don't fix your eyes on the present.
And one more thing, Mom. I know a lot of photographers who are willing to help us. And I can bring them over any time to do a photo shoot for me.
All right, you have my permission. But then, I want your Aunt Christy to give you a hand with the campaign you're planning.
Sure thing, Mom. All right, then. I'll have to excuse myself for now, okay?
What do you really have in mind for Karl? When you mentioned before that it would benefit me as well, you said nothing about killing him.
Look, Paulina, I had nothing to do with what happened to your husband over there in the prison. Besides, we're all perfectly aware that there are plenty of insane people locked up in there. Maybe they went after your husband because he gave them a reason to.
You think you're so smart, Giorgio. I know what the truth is, so could you please stop trying to manipulate me? If anything happens to my husband, you are the first person that I will come after.
I'm sorry about everything. I want to apologize on behalf of your grandmother.
Mom, you really don't have to. I understand completely. Grandma's at that age. And I know she hasn't been well.
You listen to me, Paulina. I am not the type of man who can be easily frightened by your threats.
I know that. But you should know that I am not the type of woman who's a complete fool just like your wife is that you can just push around. For your information, it isn't Adriana who is the child of Karl and Natalia.
Who is it, Paulina? Who is their real daughter?
Just remember, Mom, I love you very much, okay? And I know that you are my real mother. And I will just leave it up to you to convince Grandma that you know I'm your real daughter, okay?
Yes, my dear. Thank you for understanding. Let's go?
Okay.
Whether you believe me or not, I don't really care. As long as I know where their real daughter is now. And I know who she is. That's all that really matters.
Paulina, tell me right now, who is she?
Giorgio! And here I thought you were the smart one. Why would I give you that information when you've never proven to be useful to me? Come on. It should be enough for you to know that I have an ace up my sleeve to use against your wife.
Hello?
Fabulous. You look so gorgeous. More than once, someone has sent me mysterious packages. At first, a music box. After that, burned baby shoes. And after that, a picture of an infant. I have a strong feeling that my child is alive, Giorgio.
If it's not Adriana, then who was the child that Natalia really had with Karl?
So, okay. How was it?
Wow, perfect. You're really the only one who can pull all of those wonderful poses. From your smile to your eyes, the projection. Oh, girl, you really are so perfect. You are so darn gorgeous.
Watch out, Giselle. Because I know she's totally going to flip out once she sees this.
I'm going to use your husband and child against you, Natalia.
Good evening, Grandma.
And how is the imposter doing? I wouldn't want my skin to be touched by those lying lips of yours.
What do you really have against me? And why do you insist on telling my mother all of these ridiculous lies? To turn her against me?
I appreciate your trust in us, Miss Contreras. I'll see you in 3 days for the operation. Thank you. Bye.
Hey! You better watch your tone when you speak to me. If you don't, I'm going to smash that face of yours into that mirror. Maybe then we'll find out who between the two of us is the real liar here.
Tino, what is it?
It's Sir Giorgio, madam. He's outside. He insists on seeing you, and he says it's very important.
All right, let him in.
Hey! I'm not finished with you. You may fool Natalia with all of your lies, but not me. You and your mentor, who taught you how to weasel your way into my mansion, I'm going to make her choke on all of the lies that the two of you came up with together.
Just say whatever it is you have to say. I shouldn't have to remind you about the restraining order.
Yeah. What I have to say to you is really simple, Natalia. I want us to get back together.
Are you starting to lose your mind, Giorgio?
Natalia, you will come back to me whether you like it or not.
If that's all you came here to say to me, you can leave now. If you don't, I'm calling the police.
Go ahead. Call the police. But if you do that, I am assuring you that you will be signing Karl's death warrant.
You are really despicable.
You listen to me. And listen well to what I have to say. I'm going to give you an offer you cannot refuse. Either you come back to me, Natalia. Live with me again, just like you used to. Because if you don't, you'll have to go to a cemetery just to visit Karl. And the same goes for your true daughter.
Doctor, are you sure you want to do this? This is going to drastically change your previous last will and testament.
Counselor, I've made up my mind. I'm on my last flight. And I want to make right all of the mistakes that I've made throughout my life. I'm not as evil as some people perceive me to be.
I'm fully aware, Natalia, that your whole world only revolves around Karl and as well as your daughter. But you know what? Adriana is not your real daughter.
What do you know about my real daughter?
I'll tell you one more time. Adriana is not really the child you had with Karl. Think about it. Who could be sending you all those clues that you have right there? Clues that clearly say that your child is alive.
Well then, I will revise it and have it notarized as soon as I can. I'll just get in touch with you once everything is in order.
Thank you. And by the way, please, not a word to anybody.
Sure. You have my word, Doctor.
Thank you.
I'll be going now.
Okay.
It's me, Natalia. Just me, and nobody else.
Why are you doing this to me?
It's very simple. So if the time came that you chose to leave me, I'd have a bargaining chip to make you come back to me. That's why, Natalia, you have to come back. Because if you don't, you'll just suddenly find out that Karl is dead. So you have no choice.
Why would I be happy that Aunt Natalia's back with Dad? She destroyed the plan that Paulina had for Giselle's billboard launch.
Adriana used that glass when she was drinking. Have a DNA test done.
You're the reason why my dad ended up in prison.
You got some nerve, young lady. Why are you pretending to be Natalia's daughter?
I know I haven't been a good mother to you, but I want you to know the truth.
But that isn't true!
Natalia's the one who's making those claims.
I refuse to just stand around and let them humiliate the person who raised me.